another Sunday meal prep video. I'm so glad that you are joining me today. My name is Jennifer. I'm 46 years old. I have been doing the WW Blue Plan since September 2019. I'm almost at my goal. I've kind of been stalled for the past 3 or 4 weeks. I have about 5 more pounds that I would like to lose, and y'all know how difficult losing that last 5 pounds is. So until I hit that, then I'm just going to keep on keeping on like I have been. It seems to be working, and you know, everybody goes through stalls, and yeah, so I've really enjoyed being on the Blue Plan. I feel like I have a lot of flexibility, like I can eat whatever I want and kind of stay within my points and stuff. Recently we have included some strength training in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I kind of think that's what's contributed to my stall and the actual weight loss. But I do feel like my body overall is tightening up and getting a little bit smaller, and hopefully I'm building a little bit of muscle. I'm not going to show you my little muscle, but I am working on that as well. So for today's menu, we are going to do just taco bowls like we have before. I will do ground turkey for mine, and Charlie's going to have ground beef for his, and then we'll just have the black beans and corn in there. That is such an easy prep. And then we're also going to do a slow cooker meal, and it is from Slender Kitchen. It is a red pepper chicken, I guess. Let's see, what's it called? Slow cooker Italian red pepper chicken. And I have the recipe printed out over here. We're fixing to throw it in the crock pot real quick. It is, looks like it'll be really easy, pretty flavorful. And I'm also going to make that seasoned rice to go along with it that I made a few videos back, which was basically just putting the rice on the stove, the butter and the pepper and stuff in there, and I really enjoyed that. That really gave the rice a lot of flavor, and I think that that will be a perfect little dish. And then we will have our taco bowls for the other night. I still have just a few packs of those Baked Tostitos left to eat up before I can order another box that are already out of date, so I'm hoping that they're okay. That is the plan, is to finish them this week and get rid of all of the old ones and then order me a fresh box. So if you are new here and you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. I upload several times per week. And also follow me over on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle for you here as well. And if you're not on Instagram, or even if you just want to, I do have a Facebook group, and I have a link for that down in the description box below as well, and would love to have you join me over there also. And without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so here are all of the ingredients that Charlie is going to prep for me today. We have a bunch of peppers over here. One of the recipes, as I said earlier, is the red pepper chicken that we're going to do in the crock pot. So 4 of these red peppers are for the chicken, and then the other 3 peppers are just for my normal trio that he dices up for me each week. And then of course I have my tomato for the sandwiches, have the blueberries that I will wash in the vinegar, and then of course my cantaloupe and my pineapple as usual. And then he has to chop the chicken up for the red pepper chicken. I'm not 100% sure how he needs to chop it. I'm going to have to pull that recipe up and see if there's a video or a picture, because you know, I'm like, is he supposed to dice it into little dices or what? So I'm going to have to check that recipe out. I have it printed, of course, but all it does is say 2 pounds of chicken breasts chopped. So I'm not exactly sure how chopped that is, and if it was to be in tiny little pieces, how it would come out of the slow cooker. So we will see. But this is the recipe that we are going to use today, and this is slenderkitchen.com. But it looks really good. I think it'll be really tasty over that seasoned rice. And yeah, so he doesn't have a whole lot of prep today, and hopefully we can get through this meal prep pretty quick. But let's roll into Charlie's prep.
All this time I've been feeling hopeless till you came around, came around. All this time you're the only reason I'm not chasing highs, chasing highs. What is love? Lately I've been wondering just what is love, what is love? I don't know, no one ever showed me. I've been on my own for too long. But if you hold me now, let me into your heart, maybe I can start to love again and tend to my scars. Can you show me how? Can you love me with all you've done? 'Cause I'm coming out.
Okay, for the slow cooker Italian red pepper chicken, again, this is from Slender Kitchen's website, and it calls for 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts chopped. So I already have that in the crock pot. Charlie has already prepped that for me. Well, of course, he's already prepped everything, but I wanted to go ahead and just get that in the crock pot first. And then basically we're going to add, it says 20-ounce can diced fire roasted tomatoes. So I have 2 cans of the fire roasted rotel. We're going to add that in. 3 red peppers sliced. I have my peppers here sliced. It calls for a sweet onion sliced. We are not going to add the onion because y'all know that we typically don't add onions to things. 2 garlic cloves minced. I'm just going to do a couple of scoops of this. And then a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. So I have my Italian seasoning here. 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And then some red pepper flakes. Let's see here, a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and then a teaspoon of black pepper. It says or more to taste, and salt. So I'm just going to use the pepper and salt from my little pepper thing here. And yeah, that's it. Basically, it says add everything to the slow cooker and cook on low for 4 hours or until chicken is cooked through. I'm going to put it on high. Y'all know I always want everything well done, and we'll see if I cook it for more than 4 hours or not. So let me get all of these cans open, and we will throw it together and get it started. I love slow cooker meals. It does all the work for you. You just throw everything in there, and it comes out perfect almost every time. Okay guys, so we are going to go ahead and I'm going to add the salt and pepper directly on top of the chicken. And I might add a little bit more after I add everything else, but we'll just start with the teaspoon of each that it calls for. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my 2 cans of fire roasted rotel. So there's 1 and 2. It calls for 2 cloves of garlic minced. I'm just going to add in 2 pretty heaping tablespoons of this since we're not doing onion or anything. And then it calls for 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And it says for 1 or more teaspoons of red pepper flakes. So we'll just do like a big heaping teaspoon. Y'all know I like stuff spicy. We'll put a little bit more. Of course, the red peppers. I almost forgot to add those in. That's one of the main things. And then we need 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. There's 1 and 2. And that's it. We may go in with just another little sprinkle of salt and pepper. And I have it in my Ninja. Let me tilt you down a little bit. This is multifunction, so I am going to put it on high. And I'm just going to set it for 6 hours. I'm going to give it a good stir, and we will check on it later. That almost seems too easy. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Got my chicken in, my rotel, my peppers, my garlic, my balsamic vinegar, Italian seasoning, red pepper flakes, and pepper and salt. That's it. It actually smells good already. I think it's that balsamic vinegar and the Italian seasoning that's supposed to really give it its flavor. That's it. Easy enough. You pop the lid on. And we will be back to check on it at least around the 4-hour mark. But y'all know I like to cook everything a little extra. Okay guys, so I have my pineapple, my cantaloupe, and my blueberries ready to go here. We are going to throw these fruit bowls together real quick and then do the yogurt. Charlie's already diced up the peppers. We'll put those in the bowl, and then we'll have all of this out of the way. We already have the slow cooker chicken going on, the Italian red pepper chicken, and I'm going to get the rice going after we finish this so that I can have that finished up. And then we just have to make the taco meat for the taco bowls, and then the rest of the stuff just gets put in the bowl. So I really think overall today is going to be a very easy prep, and of course I will make my chocolate protein cookies. So let's get started.
Wish I could make you stay, 'cause baby I love you. Why you tryna break us up when I'm tryna build it up? I wish I could make you stop, 'cause baby I love you. Guess I'm gonna dance alone tonight. I'm gonna miss your body. You know I can never get it right without
Okay, here are my prepped fruit bowls, yogurt. This is the tomato that Charlie sliced for my sandwiches this week, and my diced bell peppers that I will store in the fridge and use whenever I make my scrambled eggs, and then I use those on my pizzas as well. And yep, glad to get this done. I'm going to throw this in the fridge, and then we're going to get started on the other things. Okay guys, so I was going to put the rice on and get that going before I started on the taco bowls. I don't have any chicken broth. And Charlie had ran to run my car through the car wash and check the P.O. box. And so I called him. And so he's going to run by Kroger and pick me up some chicken broth. I did not even think anything about it whenever I was placing my grocery order. And I had used all of it last week whenever I made the taco soup. So anyway, the rice is on hold because I definitely want that chicken broth in there to give it that flavor. So we're going to go ahead and start on the taco meat. So for Charlie's, I'm going to use the 93% lean ground beef for his. And then of course I have the lean ground turkey breast for mine. And then I'm just going to split this packet of Taco Bell Originals taco seasoning in between the two. And then I'm also going to use a little bit of this Badilla taco seasoning that I have. Of course, to spice it up a bit, I'm going to use some ground cumin, which this one's almost empty. I did get another one in my grocery order yesterday. And some chili powder, and I'm probably going to throw a little garlic powder in there as well. And then what really makes these tacos delicious, in our opinion, is this Frontera taco skillet sauce. This is really good, so I will just split this pack between the two of the pans as well. So let's get this going. I think this ends up making my taco meat like 2 points, which I think is pretty good. And it's super simple. I'm just gonna do the whole kernel corn and the black beans in the bowl, line it up like I do, and then they will be ready to go. I make mine like a big taco salad on the nights that I eat it. Charlie puts his in, I think his flour wraps or whatever, the mission tortillas that he likes to use. So, and he eats chips with his. I eat chips with mine too, those baked Tostitos. So let's get this going. Charlie will probably come in with the chicken broth, but it's fine. I think I'm going to cook the rice in the rice cooker so I can throw it together real quick. Let's see if I can get y'all tilted here where you can see. Okay, so I have 2 skillets because I'm going to kind of do both of them at the same time, Charlie's and mine. So let's get these going. And of course I always like to spray my skillets with the olive oil spray. Oh, and y'all know I'll do salt and pepper too. I know y'all know that, but I will season the meat up with the salt and pepper. So I'm just going to go in with a little salt and pepper on both of them. Okay, we'll be back as soon as these get browned up. I hear Charlie pulling up, so let me get this brown and then I'll come back and we'll add in the rest of the seasonings. Okay guys, we are back. We are browned up. I got the grease drained off of the beef. That's one thing that's nice about cooking with the lean ground turkey is there's no excess fat or anything that you have to drain. So all of this is looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and put in the Frontera sauce. I'm just going to eyeball it and try to split this between the two. And I'm going to go in with the taco sauce, the taco seasoning mix. I'm going to split that between the two of them as well. And then I'm going to add a little of this Badilla taco seasoning. And a little ground cumin in both of them. Just try to use the rest of this bottle up. And a little chili seasoning in each of them. And then a little garlic powder. And then we're just going to let it simmer until it's combined well. Okay, these are about done. We will come back and plate these up here in just a minute. Okay guys, I'm ready to start assembling my taco bowls. I'm going to go ahead and put in the beans and the corn first. I just have 2 cans of drained and rinsed black beans, the Kroger brand, and then 2 cans of drained and rinsed Del Monte whole kernel corn, just the regular. So I'm just going to divide this. These are both 0 points on the blue plan. And I'm going to divide this between all 6 bowls, and then I'll do the turkey meat in my 3 and then the beef in Charlie's.
There's a party downtown, someone said that you're coming by. Let me know when you're here, meet me up for a smoke outside. I regret what I said, didn't mean it, yeah, believe me, I guess I'll take it back. There's a party downtown, someone said that you're coming by. I know that summer was a big mistake, I just hope that we're still okay.
Okay guys, so I have the beans and the corn divided evenly, and now I'm going to just divide the turkey between 3 of them for me.
You always pick me up and let me down. We're spinning around, losing our minds. Damned if we do, damned if we don't, damned if we give.
And then the beef for Charlie.
And I always pick you up and let you down. We're spinning around, losing our minds. Damned if.
Okay, here are the completed taco bowls. The 3 in the front are mine with the ground turkey, and then the 3 in the back are Charlie's with the ground beef. Mine comes out to 2 points per serving, which I think is pretty good. I will serve this over a bed of lettuce. I will use some of my non-fat Greek yogurt, kind of as sour cream. I'll put some Taco Bell hot sauce on there and a little bit of the guacamole. And yeah, so it'll end up to be about, I don't know, 3 or 4 points if you include the guac, and then I will have my Baked Tostitos with it. So this is a very easy meal prep if you just want to do something quick for lunches. To start off with, if you are new to meal prepping, of course you can use ground beef. You can use like the 96% lean or 93, whatever you prefer, depending on the number of points that you want to use. I personally just don't eat ground beef very much. I feel like beef kind of inflames my body. I don't know why, but after I kind of cut it out, I started noticing that I felt different whenever I would eat it. And I will eat it some more during the summer because we will grill out burgers and stuff. But so that's why I just kind of stick to the lean ground turkey. Plus, it is 0 points. This does come out to, I think, 2 points because of the Frontera sauce and then the Taco Bell seasoning that's on there as well. But it's still really low in points, really delicious, really easy to reheat. It's a perfect little meal prep. So let's take a peek over here at the red pepper chicken and see how it's going. It's hot. And set that lid down and give her a good stir. It's looking good. It smells delicious. I think it's going to be good over the rice, which Charlie is back from the store. So I have 2 cans of chicken broth there, and I am ready to get the rice going. And this has been in, what I put it on for 6 hours, so it's been in for 3 hours now. So I think by the time the rice gets done, this will be ready to plate up. Because she said to cook it on low for 4 hours, and I've had it on high for 3. So it'll probably take about a half hour for the rice to cook, and then I feel pretty good about it. It's looking good and done. All right, we're going to move on to the rice now. And cover that back up, and let me get you set up, and we will make some seasoned rice. Okay guys, sorry if it's a little dark in here. It's the way the lighting is. But anyway, we are going to get started on the seasoned rice from Recipe Zazz, which is the same one that I used the last time. I did cook it on the stove the last time. Today I am going to use the rice cooker, so I'm going to turn you down here. And we're going to just throw everything in, because I guess when I cooked it on the stove last time, I thought that I would kind of like brown the rice, you know, like you do with those rice-a-roni boxes, but I didn't. It really just boiled for quite a while on the stovetop, so I think that it will work out fine in the rice cooker. So this is basically, I'm going to double this. This recipe calls for 1 cup of instant rice. I'm going to use 2 cups of jasmine rice. And then since I'm using 2 cups of rice, I'm going to use 4 cups of liquid. It is a 2-to-1 ratio on rice. I struggle with rice, as y'all know. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 cups of jasmine rice. I'm going to use 4 cups of liquid. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the, I can't believe it's not butter because that's a serving. That's what I counted before was the 14 grams. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of that. Probably both of these cans of chicken broth. That should be about 4 cups. And then I will just top off whatever else I need with a little bit of water. And then some poultry seasoning and some ground black pepper. So, pretty simple. We're going to throw it in there and get some rice here in just a few minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do is just spray the inside of my rice cooker so that we don't stick too badly. And we're going to measure out 2 cups. And this is jasmine rice. I did buy another thing to put in here, but I don't want to until I kind of clean this one all the way out. Which I doubt this will take all of it. Yeah, that's going to leave a little bit in there. That's okay. That's right at 2 cups of rice. And then we're going to do 4 cups of liquid. Okay, so we're going to do 4 cups of liquid. Let's see how much this is. So that's a little less than 2 cups. So there's 2 cups of liquid. And then we're going to fill the rest of this up with water to get our 4 cups. Boy, I'm making a mess. For the butter, we're going to do 14 grams. So I'm just going to put it on here and just take out until it's negative 14 grams. There we go, perfect, negative 14 grams. Pop that in there. Can't remember if I did 1 or 2 tablespoons the last time. Maybe I did 2. That didn't seem like a lot of butter. Let me find my phone. I have to look in my Weight Watchers app and the recipe and see how I did it because I doubled this, but seasoned rice, so I did, okay, so I just did the 2 tablespoons. Oh, that was 1 tablespoon, 14 grams, so I do need to do 28. So I'm going to do another 14. I thought that seemed like a little bit. Okay, there we go. 2 tablespoons of butter, 28 grams. And then I did a teaspoon of the poultry seasoning. I'm not worried about this being too perfect. And then a teaspoon of the ground black pepper. And that is it. I'm going to kind of stir it up good and just turn this on, and hopefully it will turn out as good as it did on the stovetop. Cooking it in the rice cooker is so easy, y'all. Or I guess if you use the Instant Pot, which I've never used the Instant Pot even though I have one. Oh, I plugged up the wrong thing. There we go, now we're cooking. Okay, and once this is done, it will just keep it warm until I get ready to fool with it. I do kind of turn it to the side because steam will start to come out of the top. That way it doesn't go up and hit my cabinets. And if anybody's wondering what's holding my little recipes here, it's actually just a little dry erase board that matches my canisters. And there's just enough room to like slide a piece of paper in there, so it's kind of like the perfect little stand. But somebody asked about these canisters before, and the company must have went out of business or something. You can't find them unless you look on eBay and pay way too much for them, but I do like them. But anyway, I do have this little, it's like a little dry erase board, so you can put like your little menu or whatever on it. I never really use it except to hold my recipes or something like that. Occasionally I have used it as a dry erase board, but it's been a long, long time. Okay, so we really just have to make the cookies at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and make those. I'm going to clean up a little bit, swap out my laundry, and then we're going to make cookies. Okay guys, we are going to make the cookies now. So we need 1 scoop of the PE Science Select Frosted Chocolate Cupcake protein powder. And if anybody wants to know, a scoop of this is 33.5 grams and it has 120 calories. And it only has 1 carb. It has 24 grams of protein and 1.5 grams of fat. If you're looking for something that is similar to this brand. I know some people might not be able to find this brand. Somebody's messaged me in the UK, and I've tried to think of other brands over there that you might be able to get. Tropica was one that kind of came to mind. They might have a good chocolate. And then this is the Matrix Centrex peanut butter cookie. A scoop of this is 36 grams and it has 23 grams of protein, 6 carbs, and 3 grams of fat. So if you're looking for something similar, and also some people have used PB2 in place of this protein powder, but I don't know if that would be as sweet. This is really sweet. So like you can just mix this up in some almond milk and drink it and it's good. So a scoop of each of those, and then I'm going to go in with 10 grams of the Hershey's Dark Cocoa. I used to do 5, but I did up it to 10 just because I liked it to be a little more chocolatey, I guess, a little darker. And then I'm going to go in with 5 grams of the Jell-O sugar-free chocolate fudge pudding mix. Here's the box if you want to see that. And I have topped up a recipe card for this that I put on the Facebook group. And I am going to start working on a website, guys, to have all of my recipes accessible for everybody. It will take me a little bit of time to get it up, but I will get it going. And then I'm going to do a nice heaping tablespoon of the baking powder. This is the Clapper Girl. And that's all of the dry ingredients, so we're just going to mix these well. Okay, I think that looks mixed really well. We're going to go ahead and add in half a can of the 100% pure pumpkin, which one can is 425 grams. So we're going to go for about 212 grams or so. There, that's 218. That's fine. And then I'm going to go in, I'm going to start with about 100 grams of egg whites. Y'all know I always end up adding more, but that's where we're going to start. Let me tear that out. This one's almost empty. And then this is where you want to mix and kind of check the consistency. Which I can already tell you that it's way too dry feeling. You don't want it to be thick like this. So I'm going to add a little bit more egg whites. So that's 33 more grams of egg whites. So overall that's what, like 135? Now see, I feel like that's a much better consistency, if you can see that. I could almost go in with just a little bit more egg whites. We'll put just a splash. Again, a lot of it I play by ear. It's a little different every week. You just don't want it too runny and you don't want it too thick. Just a nice, smooth, creamy texture. Okay, if y'all can see that, I think that looks really good. It's not runny, it's not thick. We're going to go ahead and add in our 14 grams of baking chips. These are the ones I use, the Lily's no sugar added dark baking chips. Oh, my little twist tie broke. I've been reusing this same one forever. I'll have to find another one. Okay, we're going to get these chocolate chips mixed in here. I'm going to grab my baking sheet, clean up my mess real quick, and we will get these on the sheet and in the oven. Okay, so we are just going to spray the baking sheet with the baker's spray here. That can's empty. And we're going to scoop it into 12 cookies.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spreading in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. Ooh.
Okay, these are ready to go into the oven for 9 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay guys, here are my cookies fresh out of the oven. I actually did put them in for 1 extra minute, so they cook for 10 minutes because some of them seem just slightly too soft in the center. Again, you just kind of have to play it by ear a little bit, but if it seems too squishy, then I just put it in just literally for 1 minute, which doesn't seem like that long, but now they look like they have turned out perfect. If I had to take them out at 9 minutes, it might have been a little bit too runny. Usually 9 minutes is perfect for me, so maybe some of them were just a little bit thicker or something this week, but again, they're looking yummy. Okay guys, we are going to go ahead and plate up our rice and our chicken and stuff. It's all still pretty warm, but I want to go ahead and get it plated. I think the rice has turned out good. It might be a little stickier cooked in the rice cooker than it was on the stove, but I don't mind some sticky rice. So we're gonna try to do a cup in each one and see how that turns out. Okay, so the rice is good. It tastes nice and peppery, which I really love. It's probably just slightly more than a cup in each one, but I just went ahead and divided the excess as evenly as I could. It was just like a little bit on the scoop each. So now we're just going to go in with the chicken and the peppers. And I'm just going to put it right on top of the rice. And I will probably have to pick this up over here. Go. That's what it looks like, and I'm going to get them all portioned out. Okay, here is the finished slow cooker Italian red pepper chicken on top of the seasoned rice. This is a nice hearty portion. I think these will be very filling and delicious and spicy like we like them. I could almost do like some steamed broccoli or something if I wanted to add another vegetable, but honestly I just think it's going to be too much food as it is. Like, these are really heavy feeling, so there's a lot of chicken in there and a lot of rice. I think that it will be just enough the way that it is. I had already used my round bowls on my taco bowls, so I decided just to use these for this. But yeah, looks delicious if you can see that. Okay, so all I've got left to do is to throw together my bacon and eggs and we will be done. Okay guys, I have finished another successful meal prep. Glad to get it done. This one really wasn't too bad today. Most of the things were easy. Of course, I have my fruit and yogurt prepped for my lunches for the week. That's super simple, considering Charlie chops all the fruits for me. So, haha, love that. And then I have our taco bowls. The ones here on the left are for Charlie. Those have the ground beef in them. And then the ones on the right are the ones with the ground turkey. And these come out to 2 points per serving. Of course, I will put this over a bed of lettuce and use some of the Chobani non-fat Greek yogurt in place of sour cream, some of my salsa, some Taco Bell hot sauce, and maybe some guac as well, which that would add a little bit of additional points if I decide to use that. And then I will have it with my Baked Tostitos. So I will probably have 2 bags of Baked Tostitos on the night that I eat this. So this will end up to be like 8 to 9 points for that dinner. Okay, and this is the slow cooker Italian red chicken from Slender Kitchen that I made. The rice in here is 7 points per serving. I made the same rice that I made a couple of videos back, the seasoned rice. I will have that linked down below. And then, of course, I will have the recipe from Slender Kitchen linked down below. I don't think that the chicken is any points or not. If anything added points, it would have been the balsamic vinegar. But that was only 2 tablespoons for the whole thing, so I'm not sure that's enough to even make a point. But I will have that either on the screen here and definitely in the description box below how much the points were. And then, of course, I have my chocolate protein cookies in the container ready to store in the fridge. Those are, 1 point for 2 cookies or 2 points for 3 cookies. They're delicious and filling, the perfect little end to the day. And then I have my scrambled eggs with egg whites and diced peppers ready to go, and 10 pieces of bacon. I also have Maya over here doing her yoga in the floor. Hi, Maya. Hi, pretty. Yeah, are you playing? I love you. Are you a good girl? I know it. You are a good girl, yeah. Y'all, she's being so cute. She's usually not very playful. But anyway, so I have my 10 pieces of bacon, so I have 2 strips per day, and then my eggs that I eat every morning. And I make sandwiches to take for my lunches, and I always take a Fiber One bar and a Fiber One brownie and a banana every day for snack. And yeah, that pretty much sums it all up. So happy with this, glad to get it done. I'm going to get all this stocked up in the refrigerator, and then Charlie has a nice mess to clean up over here behind me that y'all can't see. But thankfully he will clean it up, and then I'm going to take a little break and do a little bit of laundry. Today's my laundry day too, so I've been swapping laundry out in between. And yep, so we are done. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me for another meal prep video. I hope that you all got some great ideas. Of course, we made the easy taco bowls again today just because those are easy, those are filling, those are delicious. Anybody can make those. This is my new recipe, the slow cooker Italian red pepper chicken from Slender Kitchen, and I will have that link down in the description box below. Of course, I made my chocolate cookies as usual. I have my 5 servings of scrambled eggs and my 10 slices of bacon ready to go for the week, and my fruit and yogurt ready to go for my lunches for the week. So overall, super pleased with this. Glad that you joined me today. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so that you don't miss any time that I upload. I upload several times per week. And also, if you haven't already followed me over on Instagram, I will leave my Instagram handle for you here as well. That way I can get to know you a little bit better and communicate with you. And also, as I said earlier, I have a Facebook group, and that is linked in the description box down below, and I would love it if you would join that Facebook group as well. That's a great community, and everybody really interacts with each other and posts lots of ideas and recipes and things like that. So again, thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you all in the next video.
The only reason I keep sneaking